walk and talk, or sit and talk, or water and talk, 37. And I thought you could join me for a few moments at the bridge to reality. A different angle of it this time. Beautiful, clean, fresh waters, look. Freezing cold it is. Not exactly freezing, but very, very cold, very cool. And there's Rooski. You coming in? Come on in. You coming in then? Come on. No, you don't want to? No? You coming in? Yeah, you are going to come in because I'm going to give you a good old wash in a minute, Mr. Roo. So walk and talk, 37. Or water and talk, 37. Cancer. A lot of people are going down with cancers in the West. Well, worldwide really, but in the West, and a lot of those cancers have speeded up since the Jabberwocky. I've got family members who are suffering with cancer themselves. I think most of you know already that it's a man-made thing. They've tried blaming it on the sun and everything like that, but we've had the sun forever, but we seemingly haven't had cancer at the rate that we have forever, so that's a lie. I mean, here we're quite close to the equator, so this place gets a lot of sun. And I don't see any of the plants or any animals here with cancer. So that sort of wipes out the theory that the sun causes it. I think what causes it is our food, and obviously the Jabberwockies, the Jabberoos, and yeah, the packaging of our food, the products that we put on our skin, all of these things I think are the cause. There's a few mosquitoes here. I'm going to lie down in the water once I finish this video and get Bruce in. Hopefully I'll get Bruce in for a wash. Won't we, Roo? I think that there are things that can help people with cancer. I will put a link in this. Well, I'll put a link in the comments of the video. But it's an interesting video, I would say, and it's a doctor from Canada talking about using ivermectin, high doses of ivermectin. I've taken high doses of ivermectin because of the parasites that can be picked up here. You know, I've picked up a few. I had last year I had 2 parasites that must have been in me for years, and only the high dose of ivermectin is what got them out. They must have been in me for years because they were about 12 inches long. one was in my forearm and one was in my left knee, and it wasn't a pleasant sight as they came out, but they did, and everything's fine. I'd rather have a couple of parasites than the things that the Western world are going down with. As I've always said, I'd rather live 5 days, have 5 days of freedom, live my life only 5 days with freedom, with absolute freedom, than 50 years, than suffer 50 years as a slave. But yeah, this doctor talks about for people suffering cancer, high doses of ivermectin, and I've seen other doctors speak about it and do videos on it, where they're breaking down in more detail how it works by taking away the by preventing the stem cells of the cancer from growing and reproducing. The only thing I would say about high doses of ivermectin is that it can make you sterile, so it's probably better for those that are more elderly that have passed the age of conception, that are not looking to have children. There are ways to combat that as well. Anything in this world is possible. Absolutely anything. But the cancer rate is absolutely horrendous, and I think it's only going to get worse. Obviously, it's not just the food and the stuff we rub on our skin. We've obviously got the towers, the RF frequencies, the electromagnetic frequencies that are passing through us, and that's why they're putting them up, these towers up around schools and stuff, where people, like young children, sit for long periods of time, getting hit with those EMFs. It's got nothing to do with nature. Cancer has got nothing to do with nature. You can, like I say, you can just look around here. You don't see any of these living life forms suffering from cancer. Why not? What a beautiful day it is today, hey? We're just coming out of the wet season, moving into it's still, I mean, it should be wet all year round, but last year, as you saw when I was documenting it, the spraying, they spray in the night, and then there's no rain for 6 months, which is horrendous, not just for me personally, but for the other life forms here. It's absolutely abhorrent. So we've got maybe another month left before, if they do it like they did last year, another month left of clear skies before they start spraying the mist, their chemical mist. And then, of course, we have, you see that bird take some water, look. I always see, sometimes they sit up on the line up there and watch me as and then they leave once I'm done having a shower. There we go, look. But all that spray as well, that chemical spray's got to be a big one for the tropical fish in here, look. There's got to be a big one for causing the cancers as well. Bruce, lurking in the shadows. You coming in? You coming in then? No? Come on then. Alright, you don't have to. But you will have to in a bit, because I want to give you a wash. Look at these fish, look. A preventative measure is best. It's best to prevent yourself from getting cancer, and some of the things that can help you are I used to take iodine tablets when I was in the UK. Iodine supplements. You can get natural kelp ones, and that protects you from radiation. And a good alkaline diet. And if you're going to eat sugars, eat natural sugars. And you can take a teaspoon of the aluminium-free bicarbonate of soda, and that will help. A teaspoon of that in water, and neck it each morning will help balance your pH level. And cancer can't survive in an alkaline environment. Prevention's better than the cure. A good thing as well for removing heavy metals from your body. Heavy metals aren't good, unless they're my heavy metals. Isn't that right, Rooski Roo? But a good food for that is coriander, and I eat a lot of coriander. We get the Amazon has its own type of coriander. It's more leafy. It doesn't look like the one that we're used to in the West. It's very leafy, but tastes the same and does the same thing. Gets rid of it's a great thing for taking out the heavy metals. Talking of heavy metals, I don't know if you can see on that leaf right there where my finger is, there's this little, if I move the camera a little bit, you might see little sparkles. That's they are precious metals, so gold and silver are in here, are in this water. Obviously there must be a rock of it further up, and then by the time it gets down here it's little particles, but there's absolutely billions and billions of sparkling precious metals in this sand. This is one of my favourite places on earth, so it's nice to share it with you. Peace. Another thing about the sun, you know, people have been in the sun for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Not everyone was walking around with a parasol, and no one was going down with cancers in the past. Look at the size of that butterfly, huge, right? Big blue, beautiful butterfly. So they've done it to us, and there are measures that we can take that can, and you know, they've spent billions and billions and billions, and they've taken billions and billions and billions out of the taxpayer's pocket to have a war on cancer. And remember, we've always got to be careful when they use the term having a war on anything. Oh, there's a big nugget of gold down there. And yeah, their war on cancer, and they spent all that money and it's just getting worse. I had a young lad I met about a month ago, and he said to me, oh, you know, the modern world has its positives, you know, like we've made the cure for cancer and all that. Well, they haven't made a cure for cancer. No doubt they'll use well, they've already said, haven't they, they're going to use they're using cancer to push their gene altering Jabberwockies. It's absolutely disgusting. So all of it's on purpose. It's all done by design. So they spent billions and billions looking for a cure, and they haven't found a cure. They're going to make a cure with the mRNA, just so that they can alter your genes. Remember, the first word in the Bible is gene. We've been here before. We've played this silly game before, and it doesn't work out well for the people and the entities doing this, carrying out this, trying to be the great artist. Bruce trying to get a wasp, look. So clearly, with the billions that they've taken to put off a war on cancer, they've basically just robbed the people. It's a big business. Sickness is a business. Isn't that right, Rooski Roo? Of all the Rooskis in all the Roo. And all the Rooski Rooskis. And all the Rooski living Roos. Come on in. Come on. Come on. Come on in. Come on. Come on. You are in a minute. You're going to have a wash in a minute, pal. Oh yeah, you are. You're going to have a wash in a minute, Mr. Roo. Whether you like it or not. If I have to come up in there and get you, I will. If I have to come up there and get you. Right, so that's me signing off. Be blessed, everyone. Say goodbye, Roo. Say goodbye. I'm going to wash myself. And then I'm going to wash the Rooski. Oh no, you're going to have a good wash. And then when we get home, maybe, if you're lucky, maybe you can have a bit of cheese. Be blessed, everyone. And be safe.